Herman Melville was born on August 1st, 1819 in New York. He earned a living as a whaler on whaling ships, but while he wrote many works, he was not praised for his literary works in his life, and he died September 20th, 1891. His three major works were Moby-Dick, written in 1851, Type P, written in 1842, and Battle Pieces, written in 1866. Moby-Dick was an allegory, and it is debated whether the deeper meaning of it is the search for God, or about the Civil War with the North chasing the South as the enemy and the Great Whale as being the South. Type E was Melville's first novel, and he wrote it on the Acushnet, a whaling ship, and it's about a couple guys getting stranded on an island with cannibalistic people. And Battle Pieces is a book of poems that Melville wrote about the Civil War and life in the war and how cruel it was. Famous quote from Melville was, "Let us speak, though we show all our faults and weaknesses, for it is a sign of strength to be weak, to know it, and out with it. Not in a set way and ostentatiously, though, but incidentally and without premeditation." Herman Melville. The historical eras that Melville lived through, or born and died in, were he was born in the expansion and antebellum eras. He lived through the Reconstruction era, and he died during the Second Industrial Revolution. The eras Melville lived through had quite an influence on his writing. As I said, he wrote about the Civil War, which was during his life, and he reflected on the tragedies of war. Major historical events during Melville's life were obviously the Civil War, the peak of slavery, Bleeding Kansas, and he often linked his writings to war and to the Civil War. Why should we read his writings today? His writings are an excellent resource from that time period because it's a first-person perspective, and he displays a very good biblical application of the mystery of Moby-Dick and God's face. His legacy, he left behind a lifetime worth of work in the literary world, and he developed a Melvillic writing style, which we use in writing today, and he's praised today very highly for his work. Fun fact, did you know that Melville was actually pretty self-centered, and he bought books for his that he wanted to read, quote-unquote, for his children for Christmas, so that he just had an excuse to buy them?